Hey, hi guys, Madhav here. Today I'm planning to show JUnit with web application. So web application testing can be done in two approaches, integration testing manner and the mock testing. If you decide to go with integration testing, these are the useful annotations, and if you decide to go with mock testing, these are the useful annotations. Based on the circumstance, I will try to show you all these annotations in example manner, and so that we'll gain more knowledge. Let's see the execution part. Before start the execution, let's see the project setup what I defined here. So this is the Spring Boot application. There I defined some controllers and repository layer as well, and the service layer also. And if you see the Maven POM dependency, I have the database dependency in this project. So correspondingly, I provided MySQL connector and the starter JDBC and data JPA as well. So this is all about the setup part. And if you see the controller part, these are the REST endpoints. And so there is a service layer dependency for this controller, which internally contacting the repository, and from there it is doing all the code operations. This is a simple logic. There is no much business, or just a layer structure like I'll define like this. Now, before write the JUnit, I just want to run this application once and want to hit a particular endpoint and see the response. Let me start the local server. Okay, now the application has started in 8080 port. I can able to hit the endpoints available from this controller. So there is one endpoint or get mapping. There is no any request parameter here. I can just hit this endpoint. So there is a postman I'm using to call that endpoint. It's a get request, and this is the URL localhost 8080, and this is the endpoint. Let me hit the request and see the response. Now I got the details here. So here my intention is like what are the layers we define and what is the dependency we configure. Everything is working as expected. Now this application is ready to write JUnit test cases. Let's stop this instance, and I want to start the JUnit test cases for this project. So before start any JUnit test case, we need to identify the target class. What is the target supposed to be test? Take one example here. In the first example, I want to test the service layer. Out of the service layer, which class would you like to test? Account service. So I want to test the logic available from this class. Now this become my target. Once you identify the target, go to this src test java package, and there we can write, or naming convention should be like this: account service. At the end you can write one test class. So this indicates you are actually writing test cases for this account service. Now go to this class. So what is the logic is there inside? You can just check it. Line number 16, I declared one member here. So this is actually a target. So target will be always a member inside the test class. And on top there is one more annotation, Spring Boot test. So this actually telling the JUnit platform we are decide to go with integration testing, so that it will create all the context from this src package. So that's where, or you can after context got created, you can use the auto annotation to get that particular target instance. Once the instance is available, you can place some logic around in it. You can call the methods and provide some input, and based on the response you can write some assert statement whether it is working as expected or not. So basically what I'm trying to tell here is, in the integration testing, this annotation is useful. We are actually telling the platform we are decide to go with integration testing, so that the platform will keep the complete context in JUnit 5 platform. And we can use all the Spring features once the context is available, so that we can place some logic around in it like this. There is no much logic, just it's give an idea how to call the target method and get some response, and do some logic in it. Let's execute this, see what happened. Okay, now we see it got executed successfully and it got success. And if you see the console, so there is context, internal context got created with all the Hibernate related um, information, and it also got executed the database logic when it reached to the repository layer and all. We can see the complete log information here. So this is how generally we can do integration testing in the service layer. The next I want to show you how we'll do integration testing with controller layer. Same like here, my target is account controller. Correspondingly, I defined one naming convention like this, account controller test. And if you see, there are two methods I written. One is to test the positive case, the other one is negative case. And if you go here, account controller, so there are two endpoints. One is on my account and the other one is my account one. So my account one is not accepting any request param. It's a just endpoint and it's returning all the accounts. So I want to test this endpoint from the JUnit. So if you see this, let's see the annotations what we used here. On top there is one annotation Springboard test. This we already discussed in the service layer test. So this actually telling JUnit platform we are decide to go with integration testing, and we need the complete context. And line number 20, I declared one member mock MUC. So this actually given by the Spring people. This object will help you to call or REST endpoints exposed by the JUnit platform. This is very important. This will not use it to call the REST endpoints running in some other server. It's just use it to call the REST endpoints exposed by the JUnit platform. So this is how we need to call that particular endpoint. No need to provide all the like a local host or something, because both are running in the same context, JUnit 5 context. So it can identify with this name to a particular endpoint. So this is how we need to pass. And this is the result validation. So we are expecting it should be success. Let's see. Let's see the execution part about this method. What will happen? Okay, now the execution got completed. We can able to see the result here. It got success. And also, if you see the console, the status will be 200. So this is what we are validating here. And there is one more test case I written. This is for negative testing. So there, this is the endpoint I'm trying to hit, but this endpoint is not available in the controller. If you see the account controller, there is no account to endpoint available here, but I want to hit. So this test case actually what I'm trying to do, I'm entering the wrong URL and how my system is behaving. So I am expecting 4x a 4x related error, and let's see it will return 4x or not. So now it got completed and successfully got executed. And if you see, yeah, 404 resource not found exception. So this is also working as expected from the controller point of view. So hope you got some idea how we need to apply integration testing for the service layer and the controller layer. Thank you guys. We'll continue the next.